record here. Okay, so just before we get into it, right? Just a few things I'm gonna ask you before we get into it, okay? So, first of all, what's your rank at the moment?
Uh, my DPS is plat 3. My tank is maybe plat 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then my support is plat 1.
Okay, but right
Plat 1
now we're
mundane support.
focusing on DPS, is that it, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm the red Genji.
Yeah,
So most of this game is
Rambos.
CAS.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, this is plat 3
Okay, okay. And your
PC.
goal for Overwatch is like a specific rank? Do you want to just get mechanically? Is it like you just want to know like what you're feeling, what you're doing is like right, or
I guess I'd like to see if there's anything glaringly wrong. Like this game went okay and we ultimately won. I think it was seven. I think it was pretty evenish, but
mm-hmm,
like I've been plat for like literally years now,
mm-hmm,
and I mean honestly I'm not pushing too hard to go up, but I'd at least like to identify like any clear issues I have.
mm-hmm.
Um,
You just want to
but yeah,
see
I
like
mean
things that you can do better, basically, right?
yeah, because I've been plateaued for so long, and
Mm.
like I said, I haven't been trying to climb as hard as I used to, but it'd be nice if there was like a clear thing to work on.
No, okay. Do you play like every day comp, or is it just like every once in a while sort of thing?
I used to play a lot of comp. Now I guess I still play a few times a week, pretty consistently.
Okay. So yeah, you play Genji, and you said Cassidy, right?
Yeah, I wanted to do a Genji game, but they went all like flyers and
Okay,
flankers, so
okay,
I was
okay.
like,
So you
okay,
do
I
switch
gotta
to
do
Cassidy
Cass.
somewhere mid for way for the beginning.
Honestly, I switched like maybe 20% in or so,
Okay,
like pretty
okay.
early.
And have you gotten like coaching before, or like you watch like any I guess like tutorials or like Overwatch like I guess educational content?
I have, but it's been a while.
No, okay, okay. So you're like you just kind of want to play casually, but you just kind of want to get better, but you're not like super invested into it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I one time I dipped into like mid diamond on support, and then I realized my reflexes were starting to max out.
Mm,
So I mean, I think I could maybe get to low diamond consistently if I really work at it, but I'm definitely not going to be champion or anything.
no, I mean honestly, even like something realistic. Honestly speaking, you can even make it like higher. As you, honestly speaking, most people even on masters aren't going to be like that crazy to the point where they're like super they don't have like crazy reflexes like that. So I mean
Yeah,
we'll see what we can work with at the moment. Just we'll see what we can bring up here. And at the very least, yeah, diamond for now is a fairly achievable goal.
definitely consistent plat, but if I could get the consistent diamond, that'd be neat.
Trust me, diamond is not that much more. If you do you do any aim trainers by the way, stuff like that?
No, I used to do a lot of anti-headshot training.
Okay, okay. So you don't
Yeah,
warm up before your games.
yeah, I always do a quick play or two, which is always a slaughter, but then it evens out.
Okay.
My EPPI is about, yeah, 4720.
I don't need to complicate it. That's not bad on the Zenyatta, I like that. Nothing too terrible here so far. You have the mechanics, I'm seeing some of that. Maybe here you might get a little bit hyper focused on this guy. But nothing too terrible so far. Okay. Ooh. Maybe a little bit, like, I wouldn't have used the dash there real quick because it's like you using your only escape option right here. It kind of just, like, I guess you're kind of like in a really open area, you know? It's just a small thing here. Like being in front of, like, yeah, 3 people. It's a small thing. Like, just keeping your dash just to escape, you know? It's good
Yeah,
if you could have like killed him like for a fact, like immediately, but other than that, that's okay. This is a little bit unfortunate. It's a small little thing that could have been, I guess, a little bit better. Here you switch to Cassidy, okay. Their Genji has some solid base. Okay. You do grab the high ground, which is great. Okay. You get the Mercy, that's great. Okay. Okay, so that was a little bit unfortunate, and you kind of did end up, like, dying, obviously. Um, Honestly speaking to you, like, obviously there's the very, like, obvious answers, like, what do you think you did wrong there, right?
I mean, I'm a lot more extended than I thought I was here, because I didn't realize my tank was pushed that far back.
Yeah, I can see here, I think you're the only one who ends up pushing up, and yeah, your tank is, like, it's not even live yet, but honestly speaking to you, even regardless, like, this is kind of, like, the opportunity where, like, I want you to, like, check it out here, hold on. So, it is nice that you get the Mercy, and that ends up being, like, a 4v5 for a bit, because if you check it out here, Mercy is going to take a little bit. I guess she's not even up yet, but it's basically going to be a 4v5, right? Because you guys are 4 here, so it's 4v4 at the moment, but your tank is going to come back, right? So, honestly speaking to you, here, during that time, that you're just, like, kind of just sitting here and waiting for things to happen, you get focused on her, but really, I want you to just get into the habit of, like, maybe going up here. You could have gone up here, right? Gone back up here, it would have taken like a little bit, but by the time your tank comes back, you know, like, you basically want to put yourself into a position where you're, like, kind of, like, either safe or you're surprising them, right? So you can either go up here, or if you really want to do, like, a whole flank, you can go back here. Maybe not go all the way down here, but, like, wait for them to, like, either push back here and just, like, shoot them, and then you kind of just make your escape, right? But regardless, I just want you to get into the habit of just, like, going on the side, you know? So we're gonna skip through this for now. I mean, you get my point in terms of, like, going to the side a little bit. I'll probably see it more, but...
Yeah, I just got caught up aiming. I didn't realize my team fell back a bit.
Oh, that's okay, that's okay. I mean, honestly speaking, you're trying to get value. So...
I don't know why I can hit Mercy and such, but
that's okay.
it's on Doom, but it's...
Aim isn't always gonna be there, but... Okay, we're just gonna watch how this plays out for a little bit. Okay, we get the echo, which is fun. And you do get her. I'm not gonna, like, complain too badly, but honestly speaking, you did get a little bit carried by your team here. You could have, honestly, because you spent a little bit of time here, just, like, kind of, like, hyper-focusing on the Doom, you know? Like, here you're sitting here. You're waiting for the Doom to peek out, and then I guess this guy peeks out and you get a little scared. You could have just, like, again, gone, like, up here, maybe. Yes, the echo does peek out, but look at this. You could have just walked around here. Gone from here. Maybe you would have killed her, and then maybe you could have gotten, like, a better angle on these people while your tank pushed up, you know? And then obviously if you're not gonna get everything, you keep your role, you get out. I mean, it's the same thing that applies to Genji, right? You kind of want to be, like, a little bit stealthy and try to, like, get what you can while you're there.
Yeah, they're very mobile, so I wasn't sure how aggressive to be. I find myself flanking a lot more than I used to.
No, that's good, that's good.
Good, but some of that I get caught out of position a lot.
You just want to, the way you want to think about flanking is, like, you just want to do, like, a quick, like, burst of damage when you can. Oh, see? That was good, that was good. But yeah, you just want to do a quick burst of damage, and, like, if you can't get anything out of that quick burst of damage, then you get out, you know? So this is good that you grab the high ground. So you do understand, like, some very base concepts, and that's really good. A little bit, like, yeah, you're spending a lot of time focusing on the tank there, and... Ooh, okay, that was good, that was good. But... I'm gonna punish you, okay.
Yeah,
oh, that's rough. I mean, I don't mind that you're on high ground here. I think you spent a little bit too much time maybe focusing.
Yeah, I just overcommitted to DPSing. I should have gotten out.
Yeah. You could have either, honestly, you could have either walked over here, but you just want to get a better angle on them, you know, and, like, either try to distract them. It's good that you get him, but yeah, You stay in the one position for too long, and then you end up getting punished. Because it's like, now you're like on 40 HP, right? You could have gone for the health back a little bit earlier, honestly.
Yeah.
So just like when you do off angle, I'm like that's already great that you do that. It's just that you need to, I guess, be aware of like your HP and what resources you have. So just like, you know, back up if you need for a bit. Because honestly speaking, even if you had grabbed that health back, you might have been able to 1v1 that Mercy who went up there, you know? Like, don't overcommit on your off angles or your like high grounds. Just go back and forth, you know? Okay, that's good, that's good. You guys push that out. Here is great because there's really no point in going on the off angle because your team's already winning. Okay. No, nice ult, nice ult. See, you did do it from the side and you had it. Okay. Oh. Honestly speaking, there not much you could have done that much more. Maybe if we look back at it. Hold on. Stay here. You do the ult, right? You get the 2 kills, which is great. Yeah, maybe roll to the side, to the right, maybe. It's just not really, like, yeah. It's more of a mechanical thing. I guess I wouldn't stress about it too much.
I was strafing a bit, but I should have.
I mean, if you go on the high grounds against, you could have gone back up where you were for the high noon, just to, like, try to dodge it, but that's just minute things, to be honest with you. You'll get the hang of that. I'm not gonna, like, comment too much on your mechanics because, like, aim and just pure mechanics of like dodging and movement are gonna come with like just eventual learning. I just want you to get really into the habit of like positioning yourself and knowing how long to stay, things like that. We'll just see like what your main issues are, I guess.
I remember this game being a little more even, so hopefully defense is there.
Okay. So we focus on her, but okay. I'm not gonna lie to you here. You're spending a lot of time being like really far back, where like, to be honest with you, Cassidy doesn't have that big of a like you do know his damage fall off, right? It's pretty like short. I think it's like 15 to 25-ish meters, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
like
at half health, so I'm playing a little too passively.
You're at full health right now, but here you're shooting at the tank, and then you go here. I think the on-run even earlier here. The on-run was like in high ground. Hold on. Yeah, the on-run takes the high ground and he starts shooting at her afterwards, right?
Here I just got really scattered because a lot of targets like appeared and then disappeared.
I mean, at that point you should try like here. We saw the on-run was here, right? We saw that the Genji was here. You want to try to make a move on somebody because with the amount of damage you're going to do to her from this range is like honestly nothing. So honestly speaking, you could have either moved up here to try to get the Genji, or like even right up here, you know, just moved up a little bit, or like even up here to just like commit to these two supports. But you don't want to stay again in like one position for too long and like expect things to happen, you know? Like try to be a little bit more fluid on your positioning. Because later on I see that the life weaver comes up, and just by staying here, the on-run, we saw what happened. The on-run ends up going behind you because she saw that you were there from the very beginning. She just walked all the way around to like punish you, but like, you know, had you not stayed there for that long, you wouldn't have been punished for that. And you could have gotten like their supports potentially. Okay. Let's see that, let's see that. Oh, kinda. That's fine. At this point, you might as well just move up closer to your team. Okay, that's good, that's good. 2 headshots, you hit him, you punish him. He does make a very obvious mistake, so that's good. Okay.
But I had object permanence.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even then, you could have still just, like, pushed up a little bit forward with your team. Just to, like, get closer to your healers, you know? Because, if you're staying too far away, then you might, like, not get healing, you know? But you're playing Cassidy a lot like a sniper right now, you know? Whereas Cassidy is really not much of a sniper, to be honest with you. If you were playing Sojourner Ashe, I would completely understand sitting up there and, like, you know, like, just, like, doing this would be completely fine, but as Cassidy, you're not really gonna have the same, like, you're spamming in damage, but, like, it's just not enough to, like, really make up for the fact that you're sitting up here, you know? You do have to realize Cassidy's kind of... Where would I be? In this case here, we're gonna go back like 10 seconds here. We're gonna pause it. So your teammates are all fighting here. You could have either been, honestly, right here. On run, you win 1v1s if you don't, like... If you don't, like... What's it called? Flinch too much, and you wait out her little jump. But even through that, you can still be. But regardless, you can either be here. You can go around here, this corner right here. Shoot at them from here. And then you roll back. There's a big health back right here, right? So regardless is that you kind of want to be on like a side angle from your tank, but not too far away, because at this distance you're actually going to be able to 2-tap them with the headshots, right? Or even then like 3-shot them. But at this distance you're like maybe covering the back line. She's wasting your time, to be honest with you. Here you're just sitting up here. They're going to be moving back and forth, but you just want to be trying to provide as much value as your team as possible. If you're sitting here, you could like potentially do something more. So, like, really, I would just be, like, a little bit closer to your tank. Just off to the side. You can either be here, you can wait for them to pop out, shoot them from here, and you would have this person who's here, and you would be closer to the health pack at the same time. If they do bounce on you, you can always roll back and try to fight her and escape. But regardless is that, like, you do want to be, like, a little bit closer and try to, like, just do a little bit more damage. Because here, you're isolated, nobody's paying attention to you, and then you end up getting fucked over by both the On-Ron and the Doomfist, whereas, like, your team is just here, like, fighting, doing their own thing, you know? They're fighting the backline. You don't want to be the one fighting their tank and their backliner. If you're 1v1ing the On-Ron, had you been here and you 1v1'd her, that's fine. But to just be up here, it's kind of like... You're not really getting much kills and you're not really doing much damage, you know? You want to be in the place where you can do the most amount of damage and the most amount of kills. So walking up here would have been fine, walking up here would have been fine, but I do want you to be closer, just a little bit to the side, that's all. I don't want you playing him like a sniper, basically.
He's been playing too much Ana.
Yeah, no, it's completely understandable, because like that's what I'm like looking at the gameplay. I'm like this seems like somebody who plays sniper would do, right? And it's like, I'm fine with you grabbing high ground. That's like always fun. It's just if you play too far as Cassidy, you're not really gonna get enough, because your E becomes useless more or less. Your damage starts falling off to the point where you're not really doing enough. But you see, you can 1v1 honestly the On-Run most of the time. If you feel more adapted to like a sniper, you know, playstyle, then like, you know, go for playing something like Ashe, of course. But you're really like, if you do play Genji, you kind of want to think of him as like a somewhat less mobile Genji, and you have like a little bit more distance, you know. Okay. Okay. So this fight kind of was a little bit chaotic and rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna check it out one more time here. You go back here, and you kind of just. So this time you're sitting with your tank, right? But honestly speaking to you, again, you could have just either, maybe not the right side, but you could have like rotated here maybe. Could have killed this Genji from, had you just walked inside the building here. Or go around even more, and you can get maybe one of them. But regardless is that you need to rotate a little bit. And then you end up doing the ult with nothing specific. That's fine. He runs away, and yeah, you end up dying here. That's fun. Okay, so you're going on the high ground again. Okay. Here again, you're spending so much time looking at the tank. Could have just mocked up right here. But you got two people in your view, right? It's like, and oh, by the way, you do save your roll, right, to just get out, right, of course. But regardless, is that you're spending so much time here where you're like just shooting at the tank, where you could have just gone up here and maybe two-shot her, maybe get her to use Suzu, you know, and it's like a 4v5 right now on your team. Let's see what you do end up doing. You do end up focusing her, but you could have been a little bit closer and not focusing her. But you see, you're shooting from like really far away right now.
I'm just playing so passively because they're like full dive, and I could see hear them instantly teleporting to me.
You shouldn't be like too scared about it, honestly speaking, because yes, they do have dive, but if you kill one or two of them, or even one of the supports, that's you providing like a lot of value, and that's them being like very scared immediately and having to like run away. I mean, even if you see their Genji is like focusing somebody else, right? So like, assuming you are scared of it, like let's go back here, right? Assuming that they are scared and that like, or sorry, that you're scared that like either Onron might dive you or Genji, I guess Genji dies here if I remember correctly, right?
Everyone on their team can dive me.
Yeah. Honestly,
maybe Lifeweaver. I mean, this is good because I'm very surprised I'm playing too passively.
Yeah, so. Because like the thing is like this guy just uses combo on her, right? But like, okay, maybe Onron can dive you. You can 1v1 her if she does decide to do it. But regardless, is that like if you see that these people aren't paying attention to you, right? And you just decide to go up here while they're not looking, and then they're looking, because they're not looking at you, right? They're looking. Like this Kiriko's looking here. This Onron, I don't know. She's low. She's backing off. Him. He's just looking to heal her, or maybe him. But they're not paying attention to you. You're not in an angle where you can like shoot their supports, and you want to be like surprising them real quick here, and like you can try to get a kill. It's if you see that, like for example, Onron just is focused like completely on somebody else, which like look at her. She's gonna come out here. She's not looking at you. She's like shooting from far away. And the Genji, I don't know, if you see him dash on somebody else, like, you can easily have just walked up here and killed their supports, like, prior to the fight. Obviously, this ends up being, like, a little bit tragic afterwards, but... no, never mind. Okay, here. Okay. Dude, let's focus here. Oof. Yeah, no. Hold on. So he does have like fucking laser eyes for you, let me tell you that. That's like the one thing.
That's why I'm not worried about one of them diving me. I'm worried about
the Doomfist more so. I think the Doomfist seems to be like the only one looking at you, but Honestly speaking, if he's gonna try diving at that point, just go in. I mean, what, this is your tree? No, this is their tree, I guess. At that point, you might as well back off. Never mind. Sure, you're not really gonna do much more. So I'm gonna skip past this one, but just generally, is you either try to trade off or just try to run immediately. If it's on a lost fight like that. Okay. Here he's not focusing on you, but he just used his whole combo, right? But okay, there you go, there you go. See, I like that. See, for your ults, you do it. No, you don't ult there. Oh, that could have been such a good ult, man. It could have been such a good ult.
They were
honestly.
so close to the corner.
Had you just done it almost immediately, you could have done it.
I was very tempted, but I was like, they are going to cross that corner immediately.
Okay, so on-run is coming. Let's see, let's see. Oh, you should have peeked it out. You should have peeked it out. Okay, nice, nice. That's good. See, look at that. Look, when you do flank and you're sneaking off, look at that. You're getting kills. This is good. You see, obviously it's a little bit late because you waited. Your team whole ended up dying, but like, look, you ended up getting 3 kills just because you sneaked up here. You waited for them to pass by, and you got 3 kills. You know. Like, that was like already like a great decision. Like, maybe it was a little bit late, but you did see that there was like actually like, you know, a reward for just going from the back and like waiting for them and like being a little bit up close. I will say jumping down might have not been the best move afterwards, but regardless is that... Yeah, you got thirsty for the life weaver there and you ended up dying. Here is... Yeah, he kind of one-shotted combo you there, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's rough. Okay. You get him, that's perfectly okay. Maybe, I guess, yeah, you were the only one who really used your ult other than Junkrat and Junker Queen. Okay. But here you're standing all the way back. I don't mind, but again, we're going into the sniper playstyle, right?
Well, they got 5 seconds. I just didn't want them to back up.
Oh, you can push them in and try to like stop them, honestly speaking. I wouldn't be too afraid of like holding the point like that. I would just try to push them in. But that was good. Like I said though, honestly at the end there, you did good by like just kind of hold on, where was it? Which map was it? It was Nimbani right here. Like that this was good. Like this was, see, this is where you got the most value out of your characters, just by going up here, right? And like, hold on. Where was it exactly? Somewhere around here.
It was a little earlier. It was like the second to last fight.
This might be a little bit too early. I think it was a little bit later, actually.
It was like right as soon as they took...
Yeah, right here. So you see right here, this is where you ended up getting like actually most of your kills just by like... Just 3k just by like waiting here. Obviously you could have peeked out like a little bit earlier with the fact that like, you know, your whole team was like... fighting here. Like, hold on, my god.
Based off sound, I thought Anran was right around the corner.
Yeah, of course, but you can still 1v1 there. Actually, I do want you to be taking these 1v1s, even if it's just Anran going up here. I want you to try like surprise her, you know, you sneak up on her, you try to kill her, but your team's going in. Like your Junker Queen here, she's going in. She's like actually pushing up. If you see your tanks going in, it's like, yeah, you might as well just start pushing up because they're healers. They're not going to be focusing on healing that Anran over there. She's going to be all alone. She's going to be like, okay, well, so even your Junkrat's up there. It's like, you might as well just push up. She's not even looking at you. You could have just turned around. You waited a little bit. Like, here, look. It took you a little bit just because you're sneaking up, but like, you can like do like a crouch, you know, like you spam crouches in between and just like walk up there, but regardless, this is where you really got like a lot of your value at because you got up close to them, you killed the Anran, you end up killing her, which is great. You get a little bit thirsty for him and end up dying. I would have just waited, I guess, maybe for your tank to come back, but again, you still got 3 kills out of that. And like, I don't think anywhere in this match you got like that many kills and like with just your pistol by like, you know, by sitting here with the main and like waiting for things to happen. Here it's nice, here you got a good kill, that's great. But like you really need to be like just going onto the side a little bit more and seeing what you can do to like get a few kills, you know. If you want to check out another replay, we can check it out to see if like it's like the same issue. We can also check out a Genji replay if you like.
I wish I had one. I mean, let me browse really quick.
Yeah,
I
if you see any like
remember I recorded like 4 games for this. Or not recorded, but I like played a few.
mhm,
They were kind of weird games, but I might have a decent one.
okay.
I usually play with my bronze and silver friends, so I'm in a lot
Mhm.
of like wide match
Oh, okay,
comp
okay.
games. It's partially why I'm doing this because um I'm afraid I've built bad habits
That's
just
okay, I
playing
mean.
around low players all the time.
That's okay, that's okay. I mean, eventually you do. You can try to get out of them slowly. It takes a little bit longer, obviously, because, you know, habit's a habit, but yeah, you can
I have
eventually.
an even-ish game, but it's very weird. It's
Um,
like I know I'm looking for like a more even one, just so there's like something reasonable to review, you
I
know?
mean, even I would even look at a loss if you want and seeing like what you could have done more, for example, you know.
Yeah, let me look at my history, see if I remember any of these. History, replays.
Because honestly speaking with you, you've got good aim here. Like obviously sometimes you're missing and that's fine. Your aim isn't always going to be like actually consistent, but maybe track them a little bit slower, you know. But it really is just that you're playing Cassidy like almost like a sniper here.
Yeah, let's see. King's Row was on Junkertown. What did I play on Junkertown? So let me make sure this is a DPS game. Play all 3 roles kind of even-ish. No, that's a Zen game. Whoops, let's go back. Um, okay, I'm gonna show this Rialto game. It is very weird. It's one of those games where both people suck at offense.
That's
I
okay.
remember playing Soldier at the end. I don't remember the beginning. But yeah, let me do that. Share.
Check it out.
Yeah, I played a few games to find a good VOD review one, but hopefully this one's reasonable.
By the way, small thing. What's the chemical compound that you got on your profile picture? I have no clue.
It's a cyclomethane. It's a
Cyclone.
gibberish. It's a gibberish molecule. It does not
Ah,
exist.
it just doesn't even
You're
exist.
cursed.
Okay. Skip around a little bit here.
Yeah, this game everyone just sucks at offense.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That happens, honestly speaking. Rialto for me is like a cursed map.
Like we won this one, but it was close, and we both pushed like maybe half the first point. I don't know. It was interesting.
Okay, but you're spamming in damage at the beginning. That's fine. Okay. Get rid of the trap. Okay, see, you go for the off angle. Cool, cool. I like that. But you are doing damage there, and you get some focus off of their time. But at this point, you might as well just not commit to the angle. And okay, yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that. These are some good habits to be having, honestly. Maybe spending too much time on that one thing, but you see, look at that. You go here. Oh no! Oh no!
Maybe I fell. Did I fall or did I overcommit?
You ended up. I don't know. Let's go see that. I think you might have overcommitted because you really seem to have wanted that kill a little bit, but they don't punish you for it. But honestly speaking, if you just wait a little bit, you could have lined up that shot. But this is good. This is already like this is so much better than last game in terms of like what you were doing. Like you feel like you were doing like just more for your team now because like look, maybe you didn't get the kill, but that's her looking at you. That's him looking at you, right? That means she's not healing any of these two. And where's their other healer? He's not even alive right now, or he's not even in the fight. So that means that, like, these two up here, they're not getting any healing. Obvious, maybe it's not at the right time because we only got Kiriko and Anne over here and your tank is dead. But generally speaking, that's the kind of things you do want to be doing because it's just more like... Okay, there's the jetpack cat. Okay, I was wondering where the freaking other healer is. Okay, here you go here. Oh. This would have been okay. But again, it's like sniper levels, just it's so far away. Like, you saw the damage you did, right? Like, you tickle her twice, basically. Hold on. Look at this. You hit her twice, it's great. But look at how much damage you did. It's like 50, you know? It's like, there's a guy right below you, maybe right here. Could have just crouched a little bit more and then, like, tried to kill him again if you really
I'm
wanted
not
to.
sure I detected him.
He's pretty loud, I guess. So,
He is
you
generally.
might want to check
I
it.
can pick up like I can pick up like 80% of it. There's
Okay,
only
okay.
20% that like slips through.
Sometimes, if you want a little like tip, I guess if you want to hear people, just like stop moving for a little and like just try to pay attention to where people like are shooting from or are, you know, where the movements are. But like, cause you know, your own like hearing might be like getting polluted by just your own footsteps and your own shooting, you know. And sometimes you get caught up in that and you don't hear like the other people walking, you know. You get what I
Yeah.
mean, right?
Yeah, it's like my hearing or like game sense is good enough to like detect people who are a threat when I'm
Mm-hmm.
back here. But there's the occasional person who's like below me that like if I'm hyper focusing on shooting someone, I
Hmm.
might like slip a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. No, there you go. So you don't want to like hyper focus too much. You don't like I like everything that you've been doing so far is like an idea. It's good because you're taking away. Maybe you're not killing them, but you're taking away their attention, and that's already great. But like here, you just go in and you shoot the first target that you see. You know, it's like she's not even looking at you. Like she's not even looking at you. You could have just, and it's not like you're gonna do that much damage at this range either. It's like you could have just walked up a little bit, looked around at your surroundings,
Yeah.
and then picked a target to shoot. You know, like
I was shocked I survived this long. I thought once I dropped I'd be dead.
no, no, you're fine. I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, okay, he does a fucking rocket jump, and you almost kill him though. But you could have killed him earlier, but it's okay. I mean, it's good. You live and you learn, right? But the idea was good, it's just the execution was a little bit off. Okay, so we go for the high ground here, let's see. Okay, so you see immediately that you're not getting much value out of there, that's good. So you shoot him, okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. Like, just take your time to line up. She's not even paying attention to you. Take your time to like line up those shots and...
This
Like, if she's not looking at you, right, like, here, and then you end up, like, it's like, I think it's like twice or thrice, maybe, where you kind of, like, you get into a really good position here, and you're just, like, you decide, okay, like, I don't know if it's because you're stressing, or because you're just, like, you see a target, and you're, like, I want to shoot him, but it's, like, you know, just take your time, you know, see where because she's never looking at you, like, whenever you get on an off angle, they're not going to be looking at you. They're usually like, see, she's not looking at you. She's looking over here. She's not gonna, like, maybe if she's really paying attention to her peripheral vision, she'll look at you. But until you shoot, she's not paying attention to you. Like, we can even, like, check her camera. Look. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong Kiriko. Look at this. She's shooting. She's healing. So you start shooting. Now she's like, oh shit, there's a guy shooting at me, you know? Oh, she barely even escapes, honestly speaking. But you see, because you didn't like wait a little bit just to shoot, you end up like overcommitting and not getting the kill right away, and you end up dying for that. But I like the play style so much better here. Like when you do the like the actual off angling and getting up to people's face, you almost do get the kills. It's just that you overcommit for it. Okay. Oh, that's rough. Ooh. Okay. I like this angle. That's good. That's good. There's you're gonna grab the health back. Oh. Oh, oh no. Oh, this is so rough. Yeah, I would've just maybe grabbed the health back and like gone up there. What do you
I
think?
don't know why I didn't spare the second or two. I was like, oh, they're looking for me. I should hide. But I
Yeah,
should have done it.
yeah. It's okay. I mean, in a moment of
I forgot
stress.
there was the dumb cat.
Yeah, no, but
Makes no noise.
it just flies around. And, yeah, no, I know. I hate the cat too, but yeah. Um, No, I just would have grabbed a little health back, or maybe like hide here. If she goes around looking for you, maybe you can kill her because you know her. If she goes in here, I think you win that. You know.
If I detect her.
Well, yeah, if you detect her, obviously. But generally speaking, you know, you just hide. You wait for something to happen. You know. Oh, Nano here. Oh no, you're so dead. I don't know why she nanoed you here. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was such a like a spontaneous nano, and I can tell you kind of.
Yeah, I was like, that's not perfect, but okay, I'll feed a bit.
No, I would have just kept my distance and like maybe shot, but don't
Yeah,
like
I mean,
overcommit to it.
The highest level thing I ever saw was like this Grandmaster Genji who got like nanoed and he bladed. No, it was like a grav blade, but the enemy Zen like did his ult, so he just like looked away from the grav and ignored it.
Oh my god.
It's like with blade out. I was like, okay, that's high level. Restraint. I think here I go soldier because I'm like, okay, I'm doing weird overcommitting. Might as well.
Yeah, get something a little bit more with more distance, I guess. Yeah. Let's give him 10 more seconds here. Okay. The high ground in essence isn't terrible. So you're telling me you guys stalled their push even from this distance? Yeah.
I was shocked too. That's why I said this is a very weird game.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we get him, but yeah, we end up overcommitting. This is more of like I guess a soldier specific thing, but like really for soldiers, like hold on, let me just. I feel like here at the beginning, right? You kind of just like, hold on, kind of just trying to find any target to shoot at, you know. And like here, you're shooting at either the bastion, and then you turn your focus, but like you really just want to like use your right click as like a little burst damage, and then follow that up with like left clicks, you know, to like try to like mow one person down, you know. But just use that as like a little burst combo to just finish somebody off. But here it's like kind of like you were like shooting at like the bastion a little bit at first, and you could have killed this guy like maybe a little bit earlier had you specifically focused the rockets on him, you know. So it's like
I was playing really passive because they were all staring at me.
yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that's fine. That's completely fine. I mean,
yeah.
but if you are gonna like peek out and like do that, then just use your right click immediately on one specific person. You know, like focus down on one person, right click him, mow him down if you can. If you can, then you back up, right? But instead, in this case, you kind of do end up overcommitting because you really wanted to kill him and you end up dying, right?
You got me with a trap, ironically.
No, that's just. Okay, here is fine. Hold on, we're gonna just. Okay, you get res. I was wondering how did you get back here so fast? Okay, right here we got. Is your sensitivity low?
I don't know. It's 4720.
4720 on DPI or
That's everything multiplied out.
what's your sorry? What's it called? What's your DPI and what's your like sense in game?
400 times 11.8.
11.400 DPI and 11.8. Okay, I mean, hold on, let me just do the calculation for that. 400 times 11.8. Okay, it's okay. I guess it's okay.
There's some people do 3200, some people do more. I'm like, you know what? It's reasonable.
It's fine. Generally, as a standard, most people use either 600 or 800 or 1600 or 800.
But it's just what it's multiplied times.
Yeah. I meant for DPI specifically.
Well, for the mouse, but like, because a lot of people have like I think 1600 or 800 as a default, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But then their in-game sense will be like 3.
Yeah, that's basically what I use. Okay, so you use the right click and the left click. That was good, but you know you just want to start off with your right click immediately and try to like mow them down. But that was good. Okay, we grab the high ground. That's fine. Honestly, here you could have just gone for the thing where you kind of just. Kind of the same thing with Cassidy. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to mow down the Orisa, but in this case, with all her supports, you could have just stood here, like waited a little bit, right, for her to walk up a bit, and just shot at her supports, you know? It's about a little bit of patience and trying to get, like, more kills on, like, squishies rather than, like, using your whole resources to, yeah, see, there you go. He walks up and look at that. Oh, you almost kill him. And look at that. The Orisa's all alone. The Orisa's all alone. Once you actually de-shoot her, de-shoot the Bastion, look at that. The Orisa's all alone here and she ends up dying. So it's like all that damage previous to that was like kind of like almost like useless until you started shooting the Bastion, who has like so much less HP, right? So it's like, had you like even waited a little bit and you could have like used your rocket, you could have killed that Bastion, honestly. Okay. Oh, he's there behind you. Oh no. Oh my god. That's rough. That's very rough. I'm not even gonna comment on that. That's just rough. Hold on, did you get res here?
Weird rotation.
Oh yeah, because they have Kennedy and they brought him back, huh? Okay. You end up going back, you do. Okay. So here is one of those times when like you kind of just spent a little bit of time, like this is like small things, but you are gonna need to get good at it, obviously. Is you make a decision, you make it quickly. You already peeked out this window, right? So most of the time they're gonna expect you to be here, right? Because you already peeked it out, and this guy was shooting at you, right? The Junkrat. At that point, don't run back and forth. Either go here, go back around immediately, or just commit to this. But like most of the time, it's better to like move back and forth, obviously. But generally speaking, don't like run back and forth, you know?
Yeah, I was wasting all the time. Like I wanted that window, but it just got damaged.
No, it's better to just move around a little bit. But it's good that you end up making the right decision. It's just that you could have made it a little bit earlier. Here is fine. You're bullying their supports. Okay. You could have stayed on top there, I think. Maybe. Okay. We hit her. That's fine. I don't know why their cat did that specifically. Okay, she's really intent on fighting you. She's gonna die here. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, they were hellbent on airdropping and a result.
Yeah, I saw that. That was something, huh? Oh my god, they got the flying Bastion now. Jesus. This really is a weird game, huh?
Yeah, that's why I showed the Nunani one. I was like, you know, this one's not terrible. It's just weird.
No, but you know what? I'm glad that you showed me this one because honestly speaking, like... Oh, hold on. I was gonna watch the rest of this play out.
I was trying to...
Oh, this one you could have just moved up again, though. Moved up, like, maybe a little bit to the... Like, you're spending so much time sitting here and shooting at the tank here. You could have just moved up right here, right? You could have 3 people. Maybe Rocket. Look at them. They're all low, right? That's what I'm saying. You do the right decisions every once in a while. It's just that, like, for example, like, when you did move from the one window to the other one, that was fine. It's just that you need to do it quicker. In this case, you're not moving from this position. You do end up getting him, but kind of just ended up getting 3 kills, possibly. And then they end up C9ing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, hold on. So let me just make a So you did play Sniper Cast on the first one. You did end up getting value once you kind of like did the same thing that you did there, right? Which was like going on the high ground, swapping your angle every once in a while, you know, trying to shoot other people. It's just that you end up like overcommitting to it, or like either staying in one position for too long or overcommitting to the kill, right? So I would say you can keep doing what you did in the what's it called? The Rialto map. That was fine. It's just that I want you to like not overcommit on the kills and just take your time when you are gonna shoot, right? Don't spam shoot in right away, you know, take your time, think about who you're shooting a little bit before you and like peek out the window.
Yeah. I mean, my main takeaway I'm getting, which I'm surprised by, which is why I did this, thank you, is that I'm playing too passively, which is odd. But
I mean, yeah, you're gonna need to play more aggressively like later on. That's but yeah, I mean, when you do play aggressively, you overcommit to the aggression, you know?
mhm.
Yeah, but in that first game, you definitely played way too passively because you were scared of the Doomfist. But there's so much more value that you can be like getting out of it just by like going up to them and like flanking them and going through like the times when you did sneak up and try to get a few kills. That's when it works. Like I'm not saying to do it 24/7, but if you can mow down main, that's fine. You know, you spam shoot down main and you're getting value. Keep doing that, but really you do get most of your value just by like kind of just going around. So yeah, you do need to play more aggressively and trying to grab like small side paths to just get as much as you can out.
Yeah, so let's see. So play more aggressive, and then um,
Play more aggressively, grab off angles, and don't overcommit to the kills though. I guess take your time. Take your time and don't overcommit to the off angles. That would be under the one specific clause, I guess, of like the off angles.
yeah, I jumped off the high ground too much.
Yeah, because then you end up like in more rougher spots, like you did a few times, you know.
Yeah. I wish I could have gotten you a Genji game, but it just did not line up
I
for just
mean,
playing.
it's fine. I mean, look, if you wanna show me another replay of a Genji game some other time, I'll check it out for you.
I'll let you know if I get a good one, but I was
Yeah,
just playing a lot, and then it was like it just wasn't lining up.
that's fine. Like I said, this honestly speaking to you, this is somewhat advice that you can apply to even Genji to some extent. Is just grabbing like the off angles and trying to get like some attention away or getting some kills, but like not overcommitting to the kill. What's nice about Genji is that you can like commit to the kill by like dashing and then you can dash out, right? But
Hmm.
generally speaking, it's very like formulaic when it comes to DPS in that sense.
Cool.
So is everything clear for you? Do you have any questions? Do you need any more clarifications?
Uh, I'm getting is that the two main takeaways are play more aggressively, but don't overcommit by jumping off the high ground.
Yeah, yeah, we can
Uh,
do that as a start. Yeah.
uh, and then more granular. I mean, there's times where it seems like I wait too long, and there's times that seems like I don't wait enough, and
Mm.
that's not
I
really.
mean,
I think that's just something that takes.
mm, that takes time to develop. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's more like you can move your you should move your like your location frequently, but when you peek out, that's when you should wait. Does that make sense?
When I peek out, that's when I should wait.
So like
Or
when you're peeking out right through the window, you should be able to like move from place to place quickly, but when you do peek out, that's when you take a little bit of time. Is that like a does that make more sense? Because that's really what I meant, really, in terms
I
of
guess, are you saying like wait and then peek out, or peek
yes,
out and then
exactly,
wait?
exactly. You can well honestly you can do both, but regardless is that you just need to be more patient when you do peek out. You need a little bit of
And
patience when
then
you peek out because like you can get a lot of value just by having a little bit of patience and not being like too trigger happy.
there, and then another thing. So in my mind, like I feel like my aim's good, but it's not like
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Okay.
I guess my thing is like I feel like my aim is good because I have decent positioning.
Okay.
So, well, what I'm trying to say is like the reason I play so passively, besides playing Ana primarily,
Mm-hmm.
is I guess I wasn't sure if my aim was good or if my positioning was just enabling aim,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm just really wondering if I have like enough mechanics to like play more aggressively.
Um, I wouldn't worry about having enough mechanics to play aggressively because it's kind of like you said when you do the positions that are correct, you will develop the mechanics as you go along, right? If you really want to feel 100% certain in your like mechanics, then maybe do a little bit of aim trainer, but as you do more flanking, more off angles, you'll get better at just doing it, right?
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
like I wouldn't worry about like mechanics like too like harsh of an extent. It's just that like you do want to enable the mechanics and like develop the mechanics as you go along.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'll definitely try playing more close. Um,
I'm not saying to be like up in their faces, Cassidy, of
yeah,
course, but like
yeah.
you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
play
yeah.
at sniper distances. But like I'm sure for Anna, that would be like the kind of positioning you'd be fine with, of course, but not with Cassidy. If you want to feel like somewhat more comfortable with like being far away, then like you can try playing Ash, of course. But if you really want to develop like playing Cassidy, then yeah, you're gonna need to be a little bit closer and doing what you did in that Rialto game, basically.
Yeah, I can aim good with like hip fire, but like my
Hmm.
aim down sights is kind of eh.
Hmm.
Like even like I play a lot of Ana, and the only reason I can aim down sights there is because I quick scope, and that's
Hmm.
essentially just hip fire
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
aim. But yeah, I get what you mean. I'll try to play low ground a little more, or just in cases where I gotta be closer. But yeah, I
Uh,
was giving a little too much respect to that Doom dive where I should have just been diving them harder.
I mean,
Not
you
dive, but you know.
for the low ground, you don't necessarily have to be on low ground all the time. It's just that you have to be either closer to them on high ground or just because like even on the Rialto, right? You were peeking the bottom of the low ground, and sometimes you were going up ground, right, on that little
Mhm.
building, and that was fine. Like you're changing between going up there and shooting and going down there and shooting. That's the kind of like I guess habit that I want you to like keep. Basically, that's good because you're just like they don't know where to expect you from, right? So it's either gonna be up or you're gonna be down, and you're gonna be main, and they don't know which one, and they're gonna be like focused on you, but then at the same time you're gonna have the tank shooting at them at the same time, right? So
Yeah, the map helps. Like I usually don't like playing Castle on Numbani because it's too long range and divey.
oh
But
yeah, absolutely,
I that's why I started with Genji, but they were all like flyers and flankers, so I'm like, I'm
yeah.
not dealing with this.
You know, Cassidy does kind of suck on some like longer range maps, but you can still make it work. You know, you
Yeah.
just gotta move to the side a little bit. You gotta try to be a little bit creative in your pathing. You know, but
Yeah.
I think you have some baseline that you can work with, and honestly speaking, even if you just develop that like pathing thing, you can probably make it to mid diamond.
Sick.
So everything good for today? That's
Yeah. Thanks so much for the help.
of course
I'll send you a code if I get a really good like Genji
Genji.
game to review.
All right. I'll be looking forward to that then.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
You too.
So we're gonna stop